Leader 1 is ready for some aerial combat with this month's Patreon pick, Kolibri for your 32X. And oh wow, look, it's yet another hummingbird game. Oh well, let's go ahead and take Kolibri. Let's pop it in my 32X and see how it holds up today. Let's go to the game. Kolibri was published by Sega and was released in 1995. It was made by Nova Trade, the same group behind the Echo the Dolphin series. The manual opens with the following. Earth is a living organism. Each life form on Earth is a cell of the greater whole. A mysterious ancient crystal hums, radiates, and energizes Earth with its powerful life force. The ancient crystal is a gift from afar. Eons ago, deep in an unknown sector of the universe, a more highly evolved living planet exploded. The crystal, with its mysterious life force, was hurled into space. It rocketed toward Earth and buried itself deep in the planet's core. With this new energy, the young Earth began to breathe. The crystal was the heart that Earth needed to become alive. For millions of years, the crystal worked beneath the Earth's crust, fueling evolution with its harmonious energies. A twin to the crystal had also been hurled into space. This dark crystal, I wonder if Jim Henson knows, had been irradiated by the massive planetary explosion. It spent its ages falling through the vastness of space, festering, pulsing, and swelling with infection. Finally, the malignant crystal sped earthward and crashed into the planet. Now, with the room to spread, the dark crystal spewed its malignant force into the Earth. Like the worst pestilence, the cancerous growth swiftly invaded nature. It devoured Earth's life forms, changing them into gray, diseased shadows. Each life form, each cell of the Earth's being became a cancerous growth. Starved of the ancient crystal's strength, nature's work of art sickened. Earth began to die. Deep underground, the Earth crystal felt the death pangs. The engulfing disease moved swiftly, nearly obliterating the crystal's power. With its dying strength, the Earth crystal burrowed to the surface. At that moment, Kolibri, the hummingbird, flew by. Sensing pure life, the Earth crystal infused the small bird with its strength. Kolibri became an antibody empowered to combat the malignant evil. Kolibri's world is about to change. As the little hummer cruises his home meadow, use the D-pad to explore him. Drink from the orange flower that has no other hummingbirds defending it to start the game. While Kolibri refreshes himself with nectar, fate steps in. Kolibri must destroy the mutated life forms that infest Earth. He must defeat the dark crystal's evil and restore the Earth's crystal harmonious energy. One of the Earth's smallest creatures has become her mightiest hope, but at what cost? Kolibri is your standard hummingbird shooter for 1 or 2 players co-op, although it does feel like it was designed more with the single player in mind. From the options menu, you can select the number of players, the difficulty from easy, normal, and hard, change your flying speed to normal or fast, turn on or off the music and or sound effects in the game, a sound and music test, whether or not you can face different directions while firing, and customize the button assignment. For the default controls, A uses your special, B uses your weapon, and C has you burst forward. Kolibri has a large number of levels, 20 I believe, but thankfully the game has a nice password system. While some levels are treated like a typical horizontal scrolling shooter, and while you might encounter times when you scroll in more directions than one, there are many levels where you are free to fly about. Usually in these levels you must complete some tasks, like clearing away enemy insects from flowers so that other hummingbirds can feed on them. Other levels have a more puzzle-like feel to them, usually having you figure out a way to pass a barrier. The most common way is to find a wall breaker power-up, which is found in groups of small yellow circles, and then using your special button next to a wall to activate them. There are several types of weapons you can use in the game, ranging from heat-seeking lasers to spread-style weapons. These are collected by touching various orbs, which will change your color to indicate what weapon you are holding. Touching 2 of the same orb in a row can power up your weapons. Sometimes you will even come across crystals that release weapon orbs. You can also collect energy-filled orbs, which when you have one, you can press the special button to surround yourself with an energy field that protects you. There are also rings you can fly through that will protect you from a single hit, hourglasses that will temporarily slow down time, and orbs that will give you some extra life. When Kolibri gets hit, you will see him surrounded by other Kolibris. This is basically your health bar, as you lose 1 every time you are hit, and if you run out of them, you will lose a life if you get hit again, and you will need to either restart the level or add a checkpoint. While most levels require you to complete them in 1 life, some larger levels contain really big crystals that will trigger a checkpoint when you pass them. While most of the enemies take 1 hit at a time, it is possible to lose your life if you're either crushed or if you're swallowed by a toad or a chameleon. Boy, your hummingbird must be really tiny. Graphically speaking, this game looks gorgeous. While the characters look great, the backgrounds really add some shine. However, I should note that the game itself has no displaying info, most likely to enhance the look of the game. The game also has some solid sound effects and a very nice soundtrack. Family friendly wise, the game received a kids to adult rating when it was released, which would be like getting an E for everyone rating today. At the time of my research on eBay including shipping, Kolibri turned out to be a bit of a rare and valuable bird. Loose copies were going for $55 to $74. Complete copies were going for $84 to $140, and one new copy sold for $200. So what do I think of Kolibri? Is this one of the best hummingbird shooters out there, or is it one of the worst? My answer to that question is naturally, but allow me to expound on my thoughts in a clearer way. On the negative side, this game can be confusing. Sometimes it's not very clear what you're supposed to do, and there is a learning curve to controlling your bird. The manual actually does a better job telling you how to build a homemade hummingbird feeder than it does explaining how to play the game. So finding an FAQ or hopefully a video review like this one can be helpful. Also, some sort of a display option that would allow you to see the weapon you have and its upgrade level, your life bar, and other such things would have been nice. I also found it hard to tell the orbs apart at times. But on the positive side, this game looks amazing and sounds great, and controls pretty well once you get a hold of it. The password system works very well, and the challenge and time commitment was just right for me, taking me about 3 hours in total to complete the game on the easy mode. But what I really liked about the game is the unique experience it gives you. Some games are all about high scores, but Kolibri doesn't have a scoring system since the focus of the game is all about enjoying this crazy experience of being a hummingbird trying to save the world. And you know what? I really liked it. It's very refreshing when a company makes a well-made game that tries something new, and in my humble opinion, this one really succeeds. It's also a shame that the 32X didn't have more games like this, unique titles that really took advantage of the add-on and that you couldn't play anywhere else. In conclusion, while the setup and story might be silly, I fully enjoyed my experience with Kolibri. So where am I going to rank Kolibri? This game is so unique and enjoyable and refreshing, it's going straight to the top of my rankings. So out of the 6 games I've now ranked for the 32X, Kolibri is fluttering all the way to the #1 position. Some games are meant to be played, but I believe Kolibri was meant to be experienced, and while it may not be for everyone, I found it to be one of the best and most unique experiences on the 32X. At least that's what I think. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Also, please click like and subscribe, follow me both on the Facebook and the Twitter, and check out some of my many other videos covering retro video games, toys, mini arcades, plug and plays, and more. At this time, I'd like to thank all of my Patreon supporters who voted on what game I should review today, including Intellivisionary Rick, Joe, Doug, Matthew, William, Caleb, Rick R., James Campbell, and Necron. Thank you all. You too can help support the show, gain access to exclusive content, and be able to vote on future games I review by signing up at patreon.com/NoSwearGamer. Thank you for giving me a little part of your day, and I look forward to seeing you next time on the next episode of the No Swear Gamer. Take care and beware of toads.